Well, welcome back to Dave's Backyard. So today we're going to scrap a karaoke machine that my daughter gave me. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's not much to it. We'll pull it out and see what treasures we can find inside. I did do the other day, so I pulled apart a vacuum or a hoover, whatever you want to call it, around the world. And I got a nice, really fine copper stator out of it. And just a pedestal fan. And it had aluminium stator and a copper armature. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at it going, that's aluminium, and I gave it a scratch. No, lo and behold, it's copper. I've never seen a mismatch, but they're probably common the more you do them. Anyway, we'll do this karaoke machine if there's time, because I don't want the videos going too long. I've got these stepper motors out of a 3D printer and a nozzle with another extruder, everything like that on it. So we'll pull them apart. I didn't bother filming these. One, because of my own worst enemy with filming. I should do more of it. And secondly, is how many people have seen a pedestal fan or a vacuum cleaner pulled apart. Not very exciting. Just plastic components, unscrew and pull them out and get the treasures out of the inside. So without further ado, let's do this. So look at this enormity of a machine. Bluetooth, I think it's, I don't know if it's got a CD player in it or not. USB, blah, 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 whatever. It's an enormity. We'll try and keep it in frame and we'll get it apart, eh? Start with this, get off the back. That's the end of that. There might be some aluminium on that, or it could be all plastic. We'll find out later. Actually, let's just do this quick. Nope. Nope. And nope. So we know what that is. That is going straight into the pile. Scrapping. Oh. Now it doesn't want to... here we go. Look at this bit. Everyone's been well over the week. I got a bit of love out of the last one from one of you other content creators, which I really appreciate. A bit of community, all that. Share the love. There's one in particular that I really want to shout out to, and that is Brent at Skull and Metals, because he took the trouble of posting on his YouTube page just a shout out and told people to go check me out. I got a couple of subs out of that and quite a few views. And James at Scrap It All, always making a comment, always feedback. So thank you too, and the prayers. And Joe, who from Everyday Solids has been contacting me a bit lately and putting a bit out there for me, so I appreciate that. It's all helping me for just because they can. So I really, really, really appreciate it. But yeah, especially Brent. Thank you, mate. That was selfless. I really appreciate it. Right, we're into this. Cardboard. Not cardboard, what do you call it? Bloody wooden box. That's all it really is. Wooden box with a subwoofer. It's okay. You get the treasure out from the other side. This side. I'll pull all this out first. It's all apart, isn't it? Not that one. So we'll just do a brute force there. Right. We'll come back to this again. Yeah, it's not very exciting, but it's all little bits of copper anyway, and whatever else we can find, we will take and get rid of the rest, because you know what? It's all about the recycling. Right. Little back plate off, and that'll get rid of a lot more. And I hope I got your names right too, because sometimes I'm terrible with names. Names are important to me. So, please, give us a comment. I could do with a lot more comments actually. So give us a comment if I stuffed up your name. Give me a comment if you think I could do something different. That's for anybody. You know, this is learning for me as well. Yeah. Anyway. Well, see, a lot of people don't, they chuck these in a scrap, these speakers, and they are scrap, but how many people realise that there's a small copper coil in these. Some are minuscule, so they're probably not worth much, but you probably still get the, if you scrap the other take speakers, you'll probably still get the speaker value if you cut it out and even take the copper coil out. Look at that. That's what makes this. So there's a magnet and a magnetic field that makes the speaker bounce through like a kind of like a solenoid. So yeah, sometimes they're aluminium. That's copper, so we'll get that off. What the heck? And you know, look, still a speaker with a bit of weight there and a magnet and steel frame. Just getting a little bit of copper out. Now there is a battery in here. Quite a hefty battery. Oops. Play with knives. So I'll just show you a little lithium battery in the bottom there. You can pop that out. Hot melt glue gun's holding it. And something else. Held with love and air. Okay. Scratching at the door. Hang on. Right, back to it. I have to go and do something. And I'm back. It's a lead battery. There you go. So it's not lithium, which is a bit more safer, huh? That's even a word. It is now. I made it up. And our wooden box, MDF box, is going out. Right, where are we? We'll start with this chipset because, you know, it's here. Not very exciting at all. What do we got? Switches, things like that. Just come off. Yeah, hang on. There we go. Couple of little, you know, there's an IC. What's under here? Let me look at it. Just tell me. It's this connector. That's what the ribbon connector was. Little blah blah blah. A little chipset there with a bit of gold on it. Maybe. It's like a soldered on little extra chipset. Anyway, there we go. Tiny MLCCs. No good capacitors, all just aluminium cans. Get these off. Little ICs and put them in the IC bucket. Yeah. Anyway, my brain doesn't work again on names of things. It's lucky I know my own. That's okay. We can deal with that later. Put in the do it later pile. And there's our little charge only or use power only little switchy over. pull whatever scraps out of that. These switches aren't worth the maybe the brass connections are. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. Look at that, that's really good connections. No solder, no crimping. Only the best. Okay. These chickens are noisy today. I mentioned that earlier. They're just, when they're on a rampage, it must be adolescents, because they're just at each other the whole time over in that cage behind me. Whereas the ones just here, actually, they're beside me, behind me, the little ones, they're quiet. The ones I put on B-roll last time and a little short that did no good, they're in that quality plastic. The bin man. Right, let's get into this monstrosity of nothingness. That must be that. I don't know what that is. I'll show you in a minute. It's LEDs for the to make it like disco-y. Aren't screw removal videos riveting, hey? That's what we do. So for you budding scrappers out there, all we really do is undo screws and take out treasures. Anyone who tells you differently, it's having you on. No, there's a bit more to it than that. Did every screw out, did I? Won't be much copper in here, but we're going to steal it. Maybe we won't. Oh, there we go, look at that. We're going to get paid on that, aren't we? A bit of aluminium around it. Anyway, still not going to pay the bills. Right, where are we at? Does anything want to come off this thing? More? Always wonder. None under there. Big one, big guns. Nothing but disappointment. Sure, this hot glue's got a lot to do with why things aren't coming off. There goes the rooster, if you wonder what that noise was. Fine wire. A lot of this stuff, see, I'll just put in a fine wire bucket, see what I get for it here. Take the connectors off there, and there's a bit of brass in them, so maybe one day we'll mix it up or something. Who knows? Who knows? Right, that's that. More stubbornness. Test of the most stubborn, the scrapper or the scrap. For me, you were about a lot earlier to beat me in stubbornness. Max excitement on that one. More screws. Just keep going until there's nothing left. Right. Keep saying right. That's got to be my catch catchphrase, doesn't it? Everyone has a catchphrase. Buttons. Chickens think it's funny. Potentiometers. More fine wire, which, you know. And some diodes. LEDs as well, which are diodes. Light emitting diodes. Right, let's get these off. Break it in half trying. Good lord. These are soldered on, the whole thing, not plugs. Cut it, eh? We'll rip at it. Little copper connectors on that. Little chipsets up here, God knows. LEDs, it's all it is just light show LEDs, that reflects off that. And this that, because that could be aluminium. No, it's not even aluminium. Righto, get serious. So this least bit of metal on that for around shred. There we go. The other side of that was paid out alright. Bashed the crap out of it earlier. Pardon my French. Nothing really exciting, but we will take that in a minute. The name of that thing now. Saying earlier. So we will take the crystal oscillator and the little IC out of that. Little MLCCs. I might just cut that bit out. Let's do that now. Because these LEDs, I thought it might have been on aluminium board, but it's not. It's just on PCB, and that can just go in solid boards. Hope for the best. Fake speaker. Rightio. There are the buttons for it, back of the buttons. I'm going to get this little screen out. Somehow. There's always more screws, see that? If they don't work, we'll get the hammer. But I have a feeling. Bin run. Go to the bin later. I don't know if there's anything good in them, but I just chuck them in the PCB box. Worst thing they say is no. Take it out, put it in the bin, they take up no room. This LCD screen on it is going to be even worth it, but anyway. This is more for entertainment value, I reckon, for me. Anyway, hope you guys get a bit out of it. I'll edit that bit out. It was my son just asking where his mum is, even though she said, see, I'm going to an appointment. Well, I know a lot of people, like, you know, especially the scrubbers that are really trying to make coin, that's what they're living. Dusty from Merchant, I didn't mention you, brother. Hey, you're doing all right. You make comments, you interact. So thanks for that. I left you out, mate. Sorry about no love. Say g'day to Mason the pup for me. He's awesome. Hey, Mason fan club. I don't watch it for you, mate. No, just kidding. Sorry. Yes. Come out. What? Lasagna. Yeah. I might leave that bit in. There you go. Lasagna for dinner. Didn't know. Anyway, Dusty, yeah, sorry mate. Great job on the what you're doing. And regular too. You put out a lot of content. But that's your career, eh? YouTube and scrapping. This is my therapy. I forgot to put my gloves back on, didn't I? Don't do what I do. Cut fingers. Stabby stab bits. There's a magnet in that. Okay. Quite a magnet collection. This little motor. I just want to break into it because, you know, more screws. Everyone likes watching an unscrewing video. There we go. There we go. Tiny little Phillips. Hopefully this one fits. This should be PH1. If I had hair, I'd have a hair tie. What do you reckon, Brent? If you don't get it, go and watch Merchant Metals. Deal with that. Right, getting down to the bare bones now. Now for the crumbs in the bottom of the cookie jar. Sorry about those chickens. They're probably annoying me more than they are you. Don't even know if this is worth it around the laser. We'll take it because there might be there's little contacts in there. We'll see. I'll micro scrap this because it's too small to see. For YouTube. Another motor. One's an eject motor, one's a sort of play motor. This would be the play motor for the CD player. DVD, whatever it is. I think it's DVD. And laser gear. So the laser moves up and down. Anyway, go. Down to the last tiny measly screw. Fight you all the way, I will. Okay. Good thing about scrapping is you don't have to put it back together. I said that before. Said on several occasions. Here we go. All that for a tiny motor and a bit of steel. There we go. It's actually quite relaxing in here with the chicken noises most of the time, like that peeping and cheeping. It's just very relaxing. What do we got left? Oh, great deal. Little steel, tidy up all that. Tidy up that later, oscillator and that. And LCCs can go in the scrap bin. We'll do that real quick, I guess. There we go, I don't know when my crystal oscillator bucket's gone. It's over there. I see. There we go. And cut a Stanley knife. We call them Stanley knives because Stanley. Anyway, Dan was the first guy to make one in the world. No, that's not a fact. I don't know. Box cutters, whatever you call them around the place. Stanley knife here in Down Under. That in there. They can just go in PCBs, whatever they want. Shall we? How long have we been going for? Let's do this stepper motor. We'll call it. You know, 3D printers, if you don't know, they use a lot of motors and they just fine move. So the stepper motors are very fine. They can move, you know, millimeters, whatever. So very accurate little motor. Got a lot, you know, they've got a stated on the armature is just little grooves. So bash that out and show you exactly what I mean. See, each one of those, tap, 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 tap. So it's very good bearings. So, yeah. And that's basically two bits of nice bits of aluminium. So it's been spun up, machined. I'd call it cast. It's got to come off there. That bearing, I don't know why it's stuck there. It's part of it. Well, that did, but anyway, it's a steel bearing. These are, look, there's not much in them, and the best way to do it, I reckon, probably not use a big combination of pliers. I'm going to snip each one of those like that. Let's see. Bring my fine copper bucket to me. Put out the back. Okay. Try and stop it from flying everywhere, and I'm probably doing a good job of that. Good news this week is my claim with the Department of Veteran Affairs, that's like the VA in Australia, have moved it on to the next level for approval or denial. So please hope for me that I'll get my approval. Help me out. Still getting the mental health I need, but it's just recognition. So, yeah. Anyone else, I'll keep saying it in the videos, you know, anyone who's struggling mentally with any mental health issues, don't ignore them. Don't be tough. It's not weak to speak. Go and speak to someone. If you're a veteran in Australia, make sure you have your veterans non-liability white card so you can claim all your psychiatry, psychology, everything you need to get the ball rolling and get some treatment, get some help. I'm not a statistician, but the amount of people, I'll say worldwide because this is a worldwide platform, that don't get the help they need and things end up, I just can't say certain words, which we should be able to, it's not a dirty word, the S word, but heaps of people can't cope and ends up catastrophic for them and their families. So please, if you need help, reach out. Yeah, there's my little community notice for the day for you people out there. So, yeah. This is, anyway, see I've done that. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. I thought this plastic, if it does, we'll get one side out. One whole piece, I can't remember. It's one whole piece all the way. It can't be. Could be anything. Be a pain. So I don't know. It's probably an easier way. Just haven't found. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to come out now. Look, just doesn't go in there, Dave. Shout out to my mate Grumpy out there too. Grumpy Harley rider. He was put on to me by Big Stack. So most scrappers would know who Big Stack D is. But he million subscribers. Been worked hard for it, so good on him. But he's got a mate in New South Wales, and he's building him a jaw crusher, what do you call it, shredder for metal. He's been struggling, he's a poor bugger. He's had his hip replaced and he's had some other problems going on, but he's a good bloke. He's getting close to finishing this jaw crusher, so I want to go give him some love too. Good bloke. He tells it how it is. So yeah, he's entertainment plus. Doesn't want to chat like me either, so you know. So that's that done. Where are we at? I won't do this today. I think I'm going to call it there. That'll do you, you know, keep you interested. But we'll do that. It's just the hot end, the extruder for a 3D printer, which no longer worked. So we'll do that. There's not much in it, not much excitement, but I'll just add it to the next video at the end. All right. Thanks for tuning in again. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keeps me motivated, keeps me excited every time I check my what do we call it, stats, and see that people are actually watching, interacting a little bit, giving the odd like, which, you know, goes a long way. So I really appreciate all the support, and hope, you know, helping me along my journey. So yeah, please at least hit the like button. It's free, same as subscribe, and if you do have time, quick comment down below, be muchly appreciated. I'll see you on the next one. Be more scrapping before we move on to some other projects, which I'm kind of filming in the background, but they're not ready for release yet. So, and things I keep missing, like, you know, cleaning the yard. I cut down a branch yesterday, took the chainsaw out, and didn't bother filming it. So, silly me. I'll try and do better. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.